Man, count your blessings. Count your
Yes,
blessings. Count your blessings. Let's go.
yes, sir.
Let's go.
There's a whole lot going on in the world. Um, I'm using a new setup tonight. Well, not so new, but a different setup. So I went hardwired. I went with
Yes.
the Mac Mini.
Yes.
Um, so I really want to see the end result of this because I think there's going
And
to be
to
some
everybody
delays
out there,
because I
yes, to everybody out there, in the event that there's a delay, honestly, we apologize for the delay of the show because he was working on this setup, making sure it's going to be just as clear. We was trying
yep
to test a few things out before we came up, but if it gets cut off or whatever, I'll try to carry it until he comes back.
yep.
I
Debbie, how
will.
you doing?
How you doing, Debbie? Just
Uh,
yeah. Let's go ahead and rock. I
Tone,
got
a
to get
lot
up
going
soon. Let's
on.
go.
A lot going on, Tone. A lot going
Yes,
on.
sir. I got to get up soon, but let's go
I
ahead and go,
know, I
man.
know. Well, we're gonna wrap this. We're gonna wrap this real quick. I just want to go with a couple of topics. Maybe we
Sure.
could wrap it in around 30 minutes. First and foremost, I hope you and your family are doing well.
We are. Thank you to you and yours as well. My oldest boy, he was just working a job temporarily and it just finished. He's waiting on a new gig to come up. There's going to be some progression with what he has done and who he has met, but he's feeling good about what he's got going on. So I am grateful for that. My baby boy is with his mom this week because I got to pull overtime all week, but
Okay.
he and I are good and comfortable. I'm just trying to maintain, man. I really am. And
So
Debbie, you good. You good. I just don't want to make anything escalate. And I talked about that earlier. I'm gonna say that for my broadcast tomorrow night. You all stand by. Can I plug my stuff real quick, bro?
yes, you can plug yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hapsters around the world, stand by for my next broadcast. And actually, I got to be honest, it may not be tomorrow. It'll probably be Saturday night. I want to try to plan this properly
Okay.
because we've got a lot going on up here on HAPS.
Are
I've
are
said
are, are
before,
you going to do music instead tomorrow and plan for
I
the
might
big
I
broadcast
might
on
do I
Saturday?
got a busy afternoon tomorrow after work. I got to pull a 10-hour day at work, then I got to go to a funeral. So I
Okay.
may not broadcast tomorrow night. I actually saved tonight for this broadcast. That's why I didn't play any music. Friday is gonna be tight because I got to work that day. Then I got to come on, change real quick, and then make it to the funeral, and then come back home. And then I got to be at work Saturday for 10 hours as well. And then Jason will come back. So I'm probably gonna wait till he goes to bed before I do my broadcast. But
Gotcha.
honestly, it's a lot going on. I've said it before. It ain't just COVID. Right now, I'm going to tell y'all, it ain't just a pandemic.
Well, I mean,
It's
Tone,
not.
we've said all along it's beyond pandemic fatigue.
Yes.
It's beyond pandemic fatigue. So any way you look at it,
I don't think it's beyond it yet, but I
no.
think we got a new level of what's going on with people. Yeah, this is a new level of the fatigue. This is a new
Well,
level of what's going on that we don't
there's
fully
different
understand yet.
phases of the fatigue, and
Agreed. That's where I'm at. I agree with you on that 100%.
yeah, I think there's different phases of the
100%.
fatigue, and we are now entering the point because we went from super acceptable, hey, I want to do this, hey, I'm really excited, hey, I was able to get my
Yeah.
appointment,
Yeah.
to no, I don't want to do it, to now with the mandates and everything else like that. So
Where
it's
we're at right now is the whole world is becoming tired of what was pre-planned. If you take it like that,
right.
we are at stage 2 of dealing with it. They're at stage 4 of dealing with it. We're 2 steps
I,
behind.
I know this March
My man
makes
Smoke, what's good, bro?
Sunday Night Smoke. What's going on, man?
We are at
Um,
stage 2 of dealing with it. And they've been at stage, I think I want to put them at stage 4 because they're 2 steps ahead of us, honestly. So right now, all we got to do, try to keep our hopes up, try to keep our ambitions, and maintain our focus. And I don't mean to divert. I know we said we was gonna wrap this up. I
No,
apologize, but I thank you for the
no.
leeway. I
I
thank
don't
you for the
ever
leeway.
want you to feel like
I'm throwing things
you're.
off course. I do because we originally had a 30-minute show. We've been running an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that's why I apologize. But honestly, yeah, because I have fun with y'all, man, and I want to thank y'all for this.
It's the
I thank
goodness.
you,
It's
and
the
I thank
goodness
Southern
of
Night Smoke
Tony.
for y'all support, for y'all wanting me up there. I thank everybody who has ever wanted me on that platform. Anybody who's followed me, subscribed to me, liked my stuff, allowed me on there, all of that. But I'm positive up here on purpose.
Yes,
Because I know people are going through the struggle, and we're seeing it a lot more now.
of
I've said it
course.
before and I say it again. More people are going through shit than you realize. Forgive my French, but we got to put it at that level right now. Because before we just talk about it and acknowledge it, now we are seeing it. A lot of struggles we couldn't see before technology. Now we are witnessing what's happening with people. Stop playing each other out. Stop trying each other. Stop setting each other up. Support each other. We're going to support each other. We're going to be here for each other. That's what we got to do. I had to take care of 3 situations in one broadcast, and I had a ball doing it. I lost it on 1.
Okay.
But what we have going on right now, everybody needs to be supportive of each other instead of trying each other. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Disrespect is taking over society worse than politics. Y'all might want to think about that. My apology, brother. Let's go.
No. Like I said, we can go a half an hour. We can go an hour. A few weeks ago, a month ago, we went 4 hours due to Brother Shannon and his filibuster.
That's my dude.
Shout out to Brother Shannon.
That's my dude.
Milton Banana, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Debbie,
God.
our hearts
Milton.
are with you.
Yes.
Because I know you miss your daughter, and I know this situation is what it is. But you got to be strong.
Milton gets on my nerves. You don't know why, but Milton gets on my nerves. Milton, you know I'm talking about you. I will deal with you on another day. I got to go to bed. Let's go.
Folks going wild nowadays. So let's get into a couple of topics. First one I was going to get into was number 1. Last Sunday.
Yes.
At the Barclays Center.
Yes.
Nets home opener.
Yes.
Not only did they lose, they got blown out, but people were outside the Barclays standing with Kyrie. Earlier today at Gracie Mansion. Gracie Mansion is where the mayor of New York lives. The FDNY was protesting.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
All this week on the Brooklyn Bridge, Williamsburg Bridge, been nothing but protests. Why? Because tomorrow, October 29th, is D-Day for the public workers. FDNY, NYPD, EMT, EMS, and all the above. They got to have that, at least that first shot. So it's just utter chaos in New York, and I don't know what's going on in Georgia. I don't know about you, Tone. I want to hand the mic over to you because I've kind of stayed away from cable news.
I should have bought my beer before I started. Let me talk to everybody out there. And Ted, I know you're cautious about this topic. I know you're cautious about this issue. I know you're cautious on how we see things. But if I slip, I apologize now. To any and everybody out there weary about current mandates in your location, at your occupation, do me a favor and read the information that they give you thoroughly. Mainly because it states that if you don't get the vaccination and your reason is good enough, all you have to do is wear a mask and maintain social distancing. I want y'all to hear me again. Read your information carefully. A lot of us get the information and we just hear dates and mandatory. What you do not see is if you have a condition to where you cannot get vaccinated, you can be exempt. However, your reason has to be legitimate to specific standards, i.e., underlying conditions, i.e., you can't have live this or live that in your vaccination. I'm going to need all of you to pay more attention to that before you get mad. And to somebody that we were speaking to earlier, I know she wants to keep herself out of this. I would throw it out there. She knows I love her. We all love her.
Oh, definitely.
I'm going to tell you, this is what I was talking about. It's not just your message that's getting out there that people are responding to, and people are seeing what you are saying, and it's being put out there. What wasn't spoken about, Ash, I think it was, we didn't say it, but it was, there were two sides of a coin that were standing together in that protest. The unity is coming back. Seriously.
Hey, big shout out to Eric Hypes. Eric, thank you for the donation.
Eric, what's good, man? How you living?
Always a big fan of Eric Hypes and all the great things that he does on the platform.
Milton, you make me sick. Go
ahead. so, Eric, you got to continue to stay present, ever present, in the know.
Eric, do me a favor. Maintain your inner peace. Maintain trying to deliver your message of positivity. You emphasize a lot on energy. You emphasize a lot on more than what's verbal.
Hey, I do want to give a big shout out to Dawn Staley. Dawn Staley, because she became the highest paid coach in NCAA women's basketball.
I missed that.
She's the head coach of University of South Carolina.
Right.
And she's tied as the NCAA's highest paid African-American coach.
Congratulations. Congratulations, sister. And we will say that because
coaching at Temple.
Yes.
She was with the Gamecocks since 2008. And under her guidance, the women's basketball team had been to 3 of the past 6 NCAA tournaments, including in 2017 when they took home the championship.
Right. And we're going to say congratulations to our sister, because we all know not only are women not getting paid enough, Black women aren't getting paid enough. Debate that all you want.
So
she's on the right path.
Oh yeah,
she's getting the income. We do salute her. We salute any and everybody who can not only be a groundbreaker, but to who succeed and who are progressing and being positive in it. Honestly,
Dawn Staley, I think it was a 7-year contract, $22 million.
Get that.
Former WNBA player.
Word.
She was also named Coach of the Year in 2020, and she also led the U.S. women's basketball team to the Olympic gold in Tokyo.
That's what's
marking her 11th gold medal with the national team.
That's what's up.
Big shout out to
it's going to be a women's dream team again. Yeah, we're going to have a women's dream team. Yeah, we're going to watch the Olympics now.
Yes.
WNBA players do not get enough credit. They do not make enough money.
No,
it is a lot of our fault.
They don't get enough love.
It is our fault. But ladies, if you all can hear me, please do not think that we discredit you. I will tell anybody and everybody out there walking. I've been saying this since earlier this year when the conversation first came up. If you've got a handle and you got a shot, I can't play you out. We all used to play against each other as kids. We all used to play against each other as kids. There are ladies out there that can outball half of the people talking junk about sports. I said it. I'm going to be for real. Some of these women will shake you, bake you, and now dunk on you. Big ups to the women basketball players. Big ups to female athletes. Straight
up. A lot of people like to say a lot of things about the big corporate companies. The box stores that have gone, that also handle e-commerce. Mm-hmm. Walmart Inc. Mm-hmm. and Walmart.org announced initiatives and efforts to increase equality in education. This was around 2020. Say it again.
Mm-hmm. You froze up for a second.
Oh, okay.
We caught it.
Oh, okay. Walmart will donate $2.4 million to Jackson State University and investing $3 million more in grants to strengthen the educational system. The relationship between Jackson State University and Walmart stems from, guess who, Tone?
Deion Sanders.
Stems from the school's football coach, Deion Sanders. Deion is making some of these corporations do a little something.
See, we got to
If
credit
you
Deion because Deion had big plans for what he was going to do, and I
right,
like what I'm seeing.
right.
I like what I'm
So
seeing. Aspects of diversity in sports, entertainment, the media, everything. We see it happening. We see it progressing. A lot of us may not feel like it's enough. It is a step in the right direction. We can all be clear on that. More does need to be done. As
so
far as us on our end,
uh-huh.
let's think about how we're going to keep it going, or let's think about how we're going to take advantage of this excellent, positive public opportunity, if you will. The money is being spread. I had a discussion about that a couple of weeks ago. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
So, as a part of Walmart's $100 million commitment announced last year to address inequality through education, health, and criminal justice systems, the corporation made a $3 million investment in Walmart Org Center for Racial Equality.
Yes.
These investments include Joint Center for Political and Economic Studies,
Mm-hmm.
and a foundation with a focus on agriculture and
Mm-hmm.
technology, as well as mentorship and
Mm-hmm.
pre-internship for students. So the question I had for you earlier, Tone, was your son who was working, you mentioned he was working somewhere. Was it an internship?
It was a it was a temporary job. It wasn't an
Okay.
internship because I don't think internships. I don't think they get paid. He
Okay.
got paid for this. He's working on becoming a union member with the career field that he's in. I am proud of that. My father was a former union president in New York for the Transit Authority.
Okay.
I'm a union member. My son's just joining the union. We're not doing nothing but continuing the legacy, and I will emphasize unions to everybody because whatever you may not feel you get in public, you can get in private by learning the law in where you are at.
Tone, I gotta stop you for a second.
Yes.
Because you said your father was the president, and I didn't know this. This wasn't
Yes.
planned. Your father was a president of the MTA.
He was the president
The
of the union. Yes.
Could you tell me around circa what time? Because I'm trying to see if it's the same timeline.
I know he was in, I want to say late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay. Because my dad retired in 1990 for the Transit Authority.
Your dad knew my father.
Okay.
My dad was there
Okay.
in 1990.
Okay.
1990, I went to college. I think he was still a conductor. I
Okay.
had gone to work with him once when I was a kid. And I don't have the article. My sister has. He was a president. Matter of fact, when he passed last year, and we posted it on our Facebook page, there was a woman in Atlanta who reached out to me. She saw it through one of my cousins. Instead of her condolences, talking about how my father helped her. My dad was pretty well known. I don't throw my last name on hats, but people will see my last name on the picture I put up there.
I'm going to pass that name to my dad tonight.
Yes.
I'm gonna pass it to him tonight to see, because it's a small world.
If they were Transit Authority, I guarantee he knew who my dad was.
Okay.
Because my dad he had been with the Transit Authority in 1990. He had been with the Transit Authority at least a decade already.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So it's the same timeline, is what I was trying to figure out.
Yes.
It's the same timeline. Okay, got it. Hey, have you watched that thing on Netflix, Squid Game?
No.
I haven't watched it yet, but it's the rave. It's like
everybody's on it. Yeah, everybody's on it. And my son wanted to watch it. I had to
series.
check it. Yeah, I had to check it because they were like, no, it's not for kids. And that was what I needed to know.
Right. So here's what I'm hearing. If you haven't watched Squid Game, and I haven't watched it yet, they said the show is living up to the hype. And the internal Netflix document said that Squid Game will generate $900 million in impact value for the streaming service. I don't know what that actually means, but the show is Netflix's most watched series ever. In its first
Ever?
month, a record of over 100 million viewers watched. Now, did they
Ever?
watch for 2 minutes or did they watch longer than 2 minutes? Because I think the basis of this is on that 2 minute time frame.
Bro, you said ever?
Ever. Ever.
That's crazy.
It's also cost efficient. Each episode only cost $2.4 million to make. The entire series cost a grand total of $21.4 million. For those who haven't watched it, and haven't already jumped on the Squid Game bandwagon, the show is a dystopian survival drama, and it allows 456 contestants as they play different children's game for a chance to win $38.5 million prize. If you lose, however, you have to face deadly penalties. So far, 1.4 billion hours of Squid Game has been watched worldwide.
And I know the show that's on Netflix. That's why it's blowing my mind. Ever. So Squid Games took out I know Luke Cage was good. Iron Fist was all right. I forgot old girl who was in there.
That Sandra Bullock movie that was out a few years ago with the bird.
No, not that one. There was Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and there was another one. I forgot old girl's name because they told me her show was good. Vanita, how you just subscribed to me and we was already subscribed to each other?
That's Haps being Haps.
Yes, and I want to throw that out there, not to cut you off. I want to throw that out to everybody out here. You may not be getting blocked. People's subscriptions are dropping all over the place. I've been seeing it for months. So before y'all lay people out, don't think you got blocked. My apologies. Back to the Squid Game. You said ever?
Ever.
Say, I feel like old boy new edition. You had two of them?
So listen, so far, over 1.4 billion hours of Squid Game has been watched worldwide. For comparison, the American human life is only about 635,000 hours. So you got to get that popcorn ready.
My wife said she watched it and she didn't, I guess she didn't like it at first or whatever. I haven't watched it yet. I got a list from back when I haven't watched season 2 of Luke Cage. That's how long it's been since I watched the series on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah. I don't sit home and just binge shows like that. I did binge the first season of Marlon. Let me tell you what I've seen up there. I've seen a couple of the movies. I saw Six Underground. I saw The Old Guard. I watched one season of Marlon. Black Panther when it was on there.
Vanita,
and maybe that's it. Maybe that's it since I saw that first season of Luke Cage. Because a lot of times I watch TV. Yeah, the subscriber list is crazy. Yeah, she was talking to you a minute ago, Ted. She said your name.
Sorry,
I know she was trying to ask. Yeah, I know she was trying to ask you something. And she told me I need to get my drink because I'm going to need it. It's going to be a long night. Not for me, it ain't.
Gotcha.
Yeah, not for me, it ain't. Not for me. Y'all got about another hour max. But go ahead, bro. Squid Games. Everybody got to get up on Squid Games. Everybody got to get up on Netflix shows, Amazon Prime shows. A lot of the movies are coming out. I'm getting ready for the Eternals next week. Big ups to What If on Disney Plus. As far as shows that we've
I haven't watched all 9 episodes.
I'm gonna need you to hurry up. I'm gonna need you to hurry up. I'm gonna need you to watch.
I watched.
You saw 2?
I saw 2.
Did you see the second episode?
Yes, I did.
Did you get something out of it?
Yes.
I am emphasizing that episode to everybody.
Yes.
And I will definitely say everybody who is black. Call us biased if you want. If you don't understand, do not worry about it and do not take it personal. But everybody black should have felt something off of that episode. And if you don't know, I'll tell you why on my show. Matter of fact, I want y'all to remind me.
Gotcha.
I want y'all to remind because it's been over a month, and I said I was going to wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you all. Black Widow, the movie. I did see the movie finally because I
liked it.
I see why she raised so much hell.
Yeah,
because that was excellent.
They ditched her.
That would have been
a huge payday for her.
I had no idea how they were going to do that movie, and I love what they did. I
Yeah,
will say that as somebody, as I do a movie critique, I will tell you I had no idea what to expect off of that movie. I looked at the narrative, and you know how they break down what the movie's supposed to be. I'm like, how are they going to carry this, after that? They were like, no, this is after Civil War. Okay, cool. I thought that was an outstanding movie. I did not realize she was the executive producer of that movie. She
yeah,
did a
yes,
hell of a job
yes, she
on
did.
that movie as a Marvel movie.
Yes, she did.
That was excellent, in my opinion. That movie gets two thumbs and two big toes up. She did excellent on that movie. That was a good job. Um, I understand where she's coming from. I hate her and Disney split up because you know they're not together no more.
But you never know. You
You
never
never
ever
know. Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna need her and Disney to bury the hatchet, throw everything out the window. To both sides, I will say I kind of understand business, but for the love of God, I need y'all back together. We need the two of you back together. The same way we need old boy to get back with DC and continue this Justice League series that needs to happen because DC
Yes,
is in major trouble. To
yes.
anybody working DC Comics, the DC universe, y'all got problems. Let me talk to you all as somebody who used to watch Super Friends as a kid.
Yes.
We didn't have Marvel cartoons when we were younger. We had DC
Well, we
cartoons. It
we
was
we
Super Friends.
had an
Everybody,
iteration of it.
we Marvel
Well, we had X-Men.
X-Men came in the 90s.
Okay, then maybe we
In the
didn't have it.
80s on Saturday morning cartoons, everybody watched Super Friends. In the
Everyone watched
afternoons,
Super Friends. You're
everybody
right.
watched Justice
You're
League
right.
of America. Everybody watched Justice League when you had the Wonder Twins on one, and then you had the other two with the dog on the other. All right.
Yes.
There's so much y'all can do with DC that y'all ain't doing. Y'all are killing me because Marvel is putting the boot up y'all's ass. I'm sorry. I've been containing this. Marvel ought to have their own bank and their own money. DC, I'm asking y'all. Y'all giving them time to get caught up? Okay, cool. Trust me, they've had the past 15 years. Y'all need to get back on the ground because the after credit scene on the 4 Hour Justice League opened the door for at least 10 years of movies. And I understand y'all got to fight for space. I understand y'all got to fight for screen time. I understand y'all got to fight for the budget. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody out there who won't get money to DC is too damn young. Because us old heads will help DC come get caught up to Marvel. We ain't gonna say you're gonna beat them, but we're gonna get y'all caught up because y'all about to let Mortal Kombat come up in here and step on y'all too. Because Mortal Kombat about to do some stuff. I like that last movie. I like the animated movie. Marvel has a long wait. They got another 10 years of movies lined up just from what I'm seeing already that we would expect as entertainment fans.
Hey,
DC, y'all got man, please go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
I do have an honorable mention. I don't know if Sweet Pea is still in here. Last night I participated in Spread the Smiles for Bilkis Haldar in India.
Oh
And
wow.
you want to talk about a gentleman who was so appreciative, so happy.
Big
Thank
ups.
you, Eric, last night for partnering up with me and with the rest of the team. He was so happy last night. And we just came in there and we didn't spend too long, but you could just see there was glee, there was joy on his face.
He was appreciative.
Yes.
That's how it's supposed to, the same way I was appreciative to you and Smoke when I told y'all what I told y'all.
Yes.
Y'all told me don't worry about it. The
Vanita
same way I was
said,
appreciative to Edward. Yes.
I helped that dude build a house, Ted.
FYI. I would
Yeah,
like.
I
I
just
would
had
like.
to mention that. I just had to mention that
That's what's up.
because that was like just awesome. It really was. Hey, I do want to mention one more thing about Squid Game, Tony,
Yes.
and then we won't talk about Squid Game anymore tonight.
No, you're fine.
Squid Game Halloween costumes are banned by the New York School District. 3 elementary schools in upstate New York are banning Squid Game Halloween costumes over the hit show's violent message.
I heard it wasn't necessarily for kids under. I think it's PG-13 or TV-14 is the rating.
Something. Restriction came after principals at the Syracuse area Fayetteville Manalus schools sent an email to parents saying that students have been playing a version of the survival game
Yeah.
in the Netflix series, and they also, but to be fair, the show's signature jumpsuits, tracksuits, and masks will now go back in the closet along with Friday the 13th and Scream masks under suburban district guidelines.
Okay, yeah, it's TVMA. Yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that. It's TVMA. You cannot have that in elementary, junior high school. You can't.
So I did want to mention that.
Yes, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. If it's TVMA, that answers your question right there. That answers your question. You said lock and key, Eric. Now I gotta put this on my. See, man,
I think I saw lock and key, but I think I'm getting. I think I'm getting my like television shows screwed up.
Lock and key. Now I gotta get my list up.
No. It is a Netflix show. It is a Netflix show.
They got season up. They got 2 seasons up. It's TV 14, so I can't watch it with Jason. Okay. All right, it's on my list, Eric. This one's gonna be your fault, bro. This one's gonna be your fault. I probably won't binge it before the holidays, but it's gonna be your fault. Did you see the story? Well, go ahead and finish your last one because I got a couple stories I want to ask you about.
Oh no! I'm just gonna. Well, there's one tech article I want to talk about, but I want to give the mic over to you. But I do see Sweet Pea is in the comment section. Sweet Pea, thank you again. You're very, very kind-hearted.
That's one of the sweetest women on Haps.
We do appreciate what you do.
Subscribe to Sweet Pea Leslie. She is one of the most
You never make it ever about yourself.
Ever.
And it's noted.
Ever.
So if no one says it, you heard it here with Tony and Ted.
I've told them more than once.
What were you gonna say, Tony?
Big ups to Sweet Pea Leslie. Everybody subscribe to her on Haps. She is a doll.
Yeah.
Honestly, her Joy Gouge. We're going to do something for Joy soon. Stand by for that.
Yep.
I was talking to her the other night about that. People who don't know Helga up here, Helga is one of our more beloved fellow broadcasters, if you will.
Oh, we got much love for Helga.
Yes, plain and simple. Those are 3 women up here y'all don't mess with. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, we got love for those women. We really do. And mainly because they're not about self. They're about doing things for people. They're about uplifting people. They're about informing people. A lot of us are random, crazy. I'm one of the wild ones up here. I admit it. But there's people up here that
I'm a little bit more mellow. But
yeah, Ted is mellow. I'm behaving on Ted's broadcast. If y'all think I'm wild up here, y'all ain't seen nothing. Ted don't necessarily use profanity. He try to get his broadcast out to everybody, so we try to keep it clean. But Ted, I appreciate Ted. I appreciate Sunday Night Smoke. They've had me up here. They've had me running with them on their shows. I didn't have nothing real planned or standard. I just started doing my stuff this month for real. I got plans for next month. But yeah, I'm not acting up. Leslie, you better tell him. You better tell him. I ain't doing that. He's doing nothing. I saw a story today. Elementary school. Where that day go? Because I get my news alerts.
Okay. And while you check those news alerts, we want to thank once again Vanita, Eric Hypes, Sweet Pea Leslie,
Absolutely.
Debbie,
absolutely,
and others. Milton, who came through here earlier today, and if we didn't mention, also to Sunday Night Smoke and to Eric, we want to thank you for the donation.
Yes.
You are a part of this live stream. And in live stream that you participate in, you're a part of it.
I'm just gonna sneeze.
You are an extension.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
No. Go ahead.
Anybody who gets the news alerts on their phones, I got the alert from Fox News. A couple of crazy stories up here to me that I'm seeing. Thank you.
What happened? You okay?
I'm getting past some of the crazy stuff. But yesterday at 6:46 p.m., Fox News sends an alert. High school teachers get lap dances from students in lingerie, and there are photos.
Whoa! somebody's getting fired, and someone's going to be a
Y'all see
sex
the look on my
offender.
face? Y'all see the look on my face?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you the news alerts just so you all can see it for yourselves. Yesterday, 6:46 p.m., Fox News. What I do on my phone, I get the news alerts. So I'll see it and I might read it. I don't want to pull it up because I'm going to lose the others. So I got to tell you a couple of the other ones. Oh, yeah, the news be jumping. They don't talk about it on TV, but you're going to get it on your phone. They're going to give you an article. Wait now, hold on. An hour ago, Fox News again. Elementary school students taken on a field trip to a gay bar. Y'all done lost your minds out here.
Come on, man.
Y'all done lost your minds up here.
Come on, somebody.
Let's not be biased. But we don't know how to on that issue right there. Fox News, the way you titled that, you know you was trying to stir the pot.
Well,
you know
I want to stop you for a second.
Yes, sir.
They do that for clicks. They do that that's the clickbait.
That's my point.
And those articles, you check back like 24 hours later, there's been 500,000 people that have clicked on it.
Well, they jump on everything, sort of like a tabloid. I give Fox News that because during 9/11, Fox News had so much information. I was loving it. This dude, Smoke. I ain't dealing with you right now. He messing with Smoke, man. He messing with Smoke. I'm not messing with Smoke. Golly. I know you didn't want to talk about the Alec Baldwin situation. I saw you when you talked to Danny the other day. Big ups to Danny Thompson. I didn't know he was in the 757. I didn't realize it.
He's in 757.
Yeah, I gotta holler at him and True one day if we ever get together. Big ups to True Armor. I saw him over there, and I'm gonna pick on you, True. I hope you're watching, bro. I saw you trying to catch yourself and not over talking. You was doing like this and like that. I was crying because I watched the broadcast.
Well, so here's the deal with True, and I got much love for True. True and I have been friends for over 40 years. Okay,
That's right.
So here's an important thing about it. With True, I was laying the questions out, but he wasn't letting me finish the questions.
I saw
and then I said, "You got to stop. Let me finish it, and then you can go in."
Yeah. He was trying. I know how True get. And True, I hope you see me when I say this. I know how you get.
Yes.
We're going to get up one day, man. Don't you worry about it. You ain't
much love to True Armor.
Absolutely. The Alec Baldwin situation, honestly, to me, there's only two questions. There's only two things I want to say about it.
Okay.
I'm like you, because you said something that was so key. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about it because I don't understand it. I don't even understand how it could happen. I love what he was saying. I don't want to talk about it because I'm quite sure there is enough on his head with somebody passing away from an accident.
Right.
That had to have been an accident, because if it wasn't, y'all in trouble. And I'm not just talking Alec Baldwin either. Somebody gonna hear about that.
Yep.
Somebody's going to hear about that. Rest in peace to the soul that was lost through the mishap, and I will call it a mishap. There's no way I can think that's intentional. That was it's a heavy thing on the news amongst the budget plan the president's pushing. They've changed the amount 2-3 times from what I've seen. What else is going on? Sports wise, my predictions are coming through. My fantasy teams are getting destroyed. The Jets are trash again. I like big ups to Corey Davis and Michael Carter. I know Ty Johnson's still waiting for his role. Best wishes to Zach Wilson. But y'all ain't gonna do that this year. Y'all making it hard. To the Cowboys fans, Dak Prescott is hurt again.
Yeah.
Excellent start, but he's hurt again. We're going to leave that there. I said at the beginning of the season, I said after the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay is going back. Right now, the one team that I said is going to give them the biggest problem, I'm watching them playing right now, and I ain't realized they are undefeated still. But in retrospect to that, I forgot Matt Stafford was with the Rams.
Yeah.
My NFC prediction has been reevaluated. I have to include the Rams in the mix because the Rams are loaded. The Rams are coming. They are threat number 3 in the NFC to me because I'm still going to keep Tampa and Arizona above them. Matt Stafford is not 100%. He got beat up a lot in Detroit, but he can still play ball. He's got an excellent team. He's also got an excellent defense. They loaded and they ready. So right now, NFC, I'm saying Tampa's going. Arizona's going to be number 2 to go. And I'm going to put the Rams up there at number 3. Above the Saints. I know everybody thinks I'm crazy. That's fine. I also saw Deshaun Watson's off the market on a couple of teams already. I don't know what y'all going to do. He ain't going. I don't think nobody's going to play him this year. I was told that. I challenged it. Looks like I'm going to lose. That's fine. AFC wise, Kansas City's done. I didn't believe Stephen A when he said a couple weeks ago. They got Mahomes' number. Kelsey can see something wrong, and it's not with his team, it's with the officiating. I saw it on the Super Bowl. He had the same face in the Super Bowl he had last week, and he's getting tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is coming. Big ups to Derrick Henry, putting up numbers like he's supposed to. I've been very controversial on drafting him my fantasy team because there was a season I had him and he didn't do nothing, but he was hurt. But looking like he's going to hold 2 good, strong seasons right now. Once Julio gets going, it's on and popping. I picked Tennessee to go to Super Bowl for the AFC. Their threats were going to be Kansas City and Buffalo. I think Buffalo's coming. I don't know if Kansas City's going, even though they may be tanking for whatever reason or something's going on that we don't know about. I don't know of anybody else in the AFC right now. I'm going to have to check it again. But I'm still sticking with Tennessee going, Buffalo, Kansas City being right behind. Hey, Smoke, the Jets did beat the Titans. And let me go ahead and say, even though the Jets got a real low record and a real bad record and it looked pathetic, that was a hell of a game. That went to overtime. That was a great game. It really was. What else is going on in the world? I'm trying not to forget nothing. I know we at 42 minutes.
We have 42 minutes. I just want to go through
go
quickly with this tech article that we have in the comment fields.
Yes.
The picture to the right of you, Tony.
Yeah, I see it.
Smishing.
Nice.
Smishing.
Yes.
We've heard of phishing.
Yes.
We've heard of spam.
Yes.
How to identify smishing and defend against it. So smishing is a phishing message received via an SMS message, text message. So as you get text messages on your cell phone, just like an email phishing attempt, scammers are targeting your sensitive information. So with the increased use of mobile devices to manage so much of our lives, it's no surprise scammers have moved to this medium to target your sensitive information. Smishing is becoming an emerging and growing threat in the world of online security. So it's kind of like similar to what you might experience in your email, where you see, emails that come your way asking you for sensitive information or to log into your bank accounts.
Spam text messages. They're like spam email.
Right. In the article, we have a few examples of what it may look like. So the key to it is be aware if you're getting these type of spam messages in your iMessage or within your Android device. Don't be so quick to click on it. Exactly. And we encourage you at Late Night Parents to report these messages. In the document, we included steps for you to follow. You got to remember, if you get a message like that, forward it to 7726, which spells out the word spam. Your provider is going to take it. It will be noted just like that. So if you can't remember the short code 7726, remember, just type in, forward it to the word spam. In the article, we have ways to forward it for iOS and for Android.
I think this is about 5 or 6 years old because I've noticed those messages over the past 5 or 6 years.
Yes.
And I will also say definitely during the Trump presidency, we got a lot of messages from candidates.
Yep.
We got a lot of messages for legislation. The question is, how did they get our information? Well, everybody's phone numbers are public. Your name and your
Everyone's
address.
cell
Your name
phone
and your
numbers are
address.
public information.
Your name and your address can also be public information. Your email will be public information if you gave it to anybody. All that. That's how they got the info. And that's just my assumption. Because I was asked that one time before. I don't know how half of these candidates got my email or got my text message. It was calling me. I said, I did a post on the election day. I'm not bothering no more senators, representatives, or congressmen because all these messages was off the chain. And I can only imagine how much more they get. Everybody's like, flood your congressman's office, flood them with phone calls, flood them with emails. I didn't want my email flooded. So they didn't do nothing but play our game on them. I mean, play the our game on us.
Yep.
But that's exactly what that is. Y'all know good and damn well you don't click no link, you don't know who it is, you don't answer no message like that, and don't be saying like, I just wonder who said no. I used to call numbers back to see who it was, and you get that doo-doo-doo, or you get that crazy message, or you get that long pause. Nah, don't mess with that.
Right.
Don't mess with that.
You just got to be smarter.
Yes.
You got to be smarter than that.
You got to be smart.
But people are getting scammed out here.
Oh yeah, I like that link.
People are getting scammed out here. Honorable mention, Verizon and Amazon are teaming up for rural broadband.
Big ups. We talked about this earlier this year.
Yep. It's all about rural broadband because why gig fiber connections might be available out here in major cities. You go to the Midwest, they're not available. So it's all about...
Verizon has had the best service.
Heavenly Dew, how you doing?
Yes, how you doing, Heavenly Dew? They had the best service out of everybody, and they had a reputation for having the best service out of everybody. Amazon is also the biggest worldwide. I guess they're the largest worldwide distributor. So I think that's an excellent combination. I think that money is being spent very well because these rural areas need the broadband. Let's be clear. If we're going to emphasize anything about broadband, internet, or wireless communication, the rural areas need it bad, especially with these kids not being able to go to school like they did last year. Let's just stop playing.
Yep.
We got to go ahead and acknowledge that. Even you 5G folks who are against it have to acknowledge they need some type of signal strength out there. And damn it, 5G is strong enough to spread across. You know what? Lift the radiation up and bring the service down. We got to worry about the ozone layer. I got y'all, but we got to do something for these kids in these rural areas. The stereotype against kids in the rural area has been ridiculous ever since all of us were kids. We all know this. People still don't have internet in some areas. People still don't have cable in some of these areas. This is highly needed. We're not talking recreation. So let's talk for the kids in school first. Let's talk for the teleworkers. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The key thing is expanding rural broadband access across the United States. So Amazon is working on a project, a network of roughly 3,200 plus satellites it plans to use to provide high-speed internet to anywhere in the world.
How many satellites?
So basically 3,200 plus.
Wait a minute. How many satellites do we have up now?
Tons.
I was told only 300 not too long ago.
Tons. So
they're going to put up 3,200
3,200. And it's all with the backing of the FCC because Amazon said it's going to invest more than $10 billion in these satellites.
Hell, they got it.
It's because it's all about the backhaul to extend the 4G, LTE, and 5G data networks. So, like I said, it's going to be available in California, in New York, in Chicago, and Philadelphia, and going down I-95. But there's a certain part of the world in the Midwest that this stuff isn't available.
You know what this is going to be, right?
Go ahead.
A suit of armor around the world.
A suit of armor.
3,200 satellites. I don't think y'all understand that. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Um,
my God. Oh my God.
I want to go into the last article.
I got you, Smoke. I know what you're saying, bro. I know what you're saying. No, I'm not mad at you. I'm already with you on that. I know what you're saying, but I can't argue that it's needed for the kids in the rural areas, and I can't argue that it's needed for people in rural areas. I can't, mainly because I'm not too far from a rural area, and I know what these folks are going through. Even when I was in Alabama, I was seeing it. They need this. This will be a very huge help for the kids who aren't able to go to school, the parents who don't want to take their kids to go through, what we got going on, and for people who are teleworking and they live outside of major cities. I have to say that it's a must. I have to. I have to. Mainly for them. Go ahead, bro. My apologies.
Nah. Last topic we're gonna cover is World Series facts for 2021.
Yes.
Astros versus Braves. I don't know who you're going for. I just know
Neither. Neither.
the Mets
The
aren't in it, so I
That's
really
it.
don't care.
That's it. And you know what? I've never covered a topic so fast in your show ever. If the Mets ain't playing, I don't care. Next.
Next, just some fun facts. We published an article working with Wallet Hub on 2021 facts. We went through the top 20 baseball cities and also some World Series facts. Average ticket price for 2021 World Series game in Atlanta and Houston, respectively. $2,700 in Atlanta, $1,700 in Houston.
Don't let me forget. Don't let me forget. Go ahead, bro. Don't let me forget. Don't let me
Amount of
forget.
money the Houston Astros spent for each regular season win was $2.1 million. The Braves was $2 million. Average viewership of 2020 series is 9.8 million. It's down 30% over 2019. However, this was due also to COVID and there being, I think, limited fans in the stands for
Yes.
the playoffs.
Be good, lady. Take care.
Total ad revenue generated for the World Series in 2019 was 336 million, and ad revenue for 2019 for last year was 191. And estimated amount in MLB's teams lost in 2020 was $1 billion after a 2.5 billion profit swing.
Major League Baseball lost $1 billion due to the pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I know what I'm going to talk to you about. Did you see the story? Once again, for my news alerts, ladies and gentlemen, ESPN,
Okay.
5:39 today. NAACP sends a letter asking professional athletes to reconsider signing with Texas teams due to recent laws passed in the state.
Wow.
Yeah, I might start writing down my articles for you because
Yeah.
I'll be getting these alerts, and I meant to talk about it before. JJ Watt's out, season-ending cervical surgery. Knew about that. Attorneys for the former Washington football team employees reject the NFL stance, saying clients want investigation findings released. Yeah, they want the emails to come out. This is going to go along the lines of the Gruden situation.
Gotcha.
Panthers will not pursue Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson with the trade deadline approaching Tuesday. That was yesterday at 11:18 a.m. What's the other one? We know that Roger Goodell reiterated the league's decision not to make public the results of his investigation into the Washington football teams. There's going to be a big old stink about that.
Oh, of course.
That's a big stink story. The other one I wanted to tell you, the UK. I put the link up on my page on Hacks and Twitter. The UK is now dealing with a new STI.
Okay.
STI standing for sexually transmitted infection. called
Okay.
Donovanosis. Donovanosis.
Okay.
It is a flesh-eating STI.
Ooh.
When you read the description of this damn thing, it says it produces beefy red lesions. Let me tell y'all something. I've never heard of an infection described as beefy. I almost threw up in my mouth.
Mm.
Can it be cured? Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Thank God for that. But between that, the Delta variant, which is also increasing. I just saw an article not too long ago. There are people not recovering from the variant. There's a new
Tony,
strain of that. Yes.
Tony,
Yes.
there's 1,000 deaths a day
Globally or just here?
globally.
Yeah.
1,000 deaths a day.
Y'all go out there and play around if you want to.
1,000 deaths a day.
I plan my family trips once a year and that's it. I got love for y'all. I'm good with y'all. I can't wait till we get together. But I'm not getting to where I can't breathe and I got beefy red lesions. Are y'all crazy? Who you gonna want to be around that got a beefy red lesion? Who describes a lesion as beefy? I'm a steak eater. Y'all killing my appetite. Y'all killing my appetite. What else is on the news? We running over, man. My bad. I'm just trying to get caught up with you. I'm gonna start writing this stuff down for you.
Yeah, no. We're good. We touched upon everything. I guess next week we'll talk about. I got a question for you.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
And it hits home.
Go ahead.
You
Oh
know,
my God. I didn't see this one. Go ahead.
really, what do you need to know about, what do you need to know about your little guy and the fact that they're going to be pushing these vaxes
Yeah, I'm against it.
on all the youngins? We're going to talk
against
about that next week.
Yeah, sure.
Because I want for you to
elaborate on it.
Yeah.
Sure. And I can be quick with it. Not even gonna hold you up. I'm
No,
against
you
it.
don't. You
Based on everything we've talked about up here, we've been covering this situation all year. One thing I said I was going to do on Hacks was talk about this as much as possible. As a parent, I am against my child getting vaccinated personally. The child cannot be vaccinated without your consent. However, the schools are going to start pushing them to get vaccinated because now that it's approved by the FDA, they're going to say there's no reason not to. They're going to look for it. Those of us who are grown, we don't mind taking a risk here and there, but a lot of the ingredients that people talk about that people find controversial, even as a lie, will concern me as far as giving it to my adolescent child. Well, not even say adolescent, let me say minor.
right.
I have concerns. His mother is for it. I am not.
Got it.
We are bumping heads off of that respectably, but I'm not putting them through that unless I have to.
Got it.
And I don't have him playing sports. I didn't have him playing sports last year. I don't have him playing sports this year. Her and I clashed about that too. I said, I don't want him getting sick and then him having to go to the hospital, because if he goes to the hospital, there's no guarantee he's going to a local hospital right now. Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
Real Sports of Brian Gumbel last season, they did a story on kids playing sports during the pandemic, and there was a coach up there, I think he was from Los Angeles. He said, yes, they're playing sports, and yes, it's about the money. Nah, he ain't going out there.
Got it.
He ain't going out there.
We got to shut this down.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
We're under an hour. We're under an hour. Tony D, best ways to find you?
Tony D on Haps. Don't worry about nowhere else. I'm having a ball up here. I'm doing a lot up here. I've done a lot of music video shows over the past month. I have provided Haps with over 30 hours of music, only 10 songs repeated. Y'all might want to catch up to me. I've done hip hop, R&B. I've done a little bit of gospel. I had an excellent gospel rant a couple of weeks ago called Sunday Morning Music. Check it out. Heavenly Dew was there. I thank you again, lady, because you was a part of what I was doing. I actually got emotional. I dropped it as hard as I possibly could for a gospel morning. Other than that, I'm doing hip hop and R&B. Holla at your boy.
All right. This is Ted Hicks, Late Night Parents. Talk to you soon.
Appreciate you, homie.